Hi and welcome to another Quizamp. This is a fun but challenging general knowledge and trivia quiz game. If you've played before, just use the chapters down below to skip to the first set of questions. If you're new or you'd like a refresher, here's how we play. Your challenge is score 50 points or more from the rounds and then face the star questions. If you can score 50 or more, you'll have a choice. Take on just one star question, beat it, and become a Quizamp champ. Or take on all 3 star questions, and if you can get them all right, you'll be a mega quiz champ, the ultimate Quizamp title. Use a pen and paper to keep your score, or just play along for fun. Okay, so these first set of questions, they're all multiple choice. The scoring is simple. Give yourself 2 points if you get the correct answer before I give you the options, or 1 point if you need the options. If any of the scoring changes as we go through the quiz, I'll let you know before we play that round. Our first round is all about green, so if you're ready, let's play Quizamp. Greenland is an autonomous territory in the Kingdom of where? Norway, Denmark or Sweden? The answer is Denmark. What green is an area of open land around a city where building is restricted? Green field, green region or green belt? That is green belt. Beer is often dyed green for which celebration? Your options if you need them for 1 point: Oktoberfest, St. Patrick's Day or Christmas Day. The answer, St. Patrick's Day. The American rock band known for Boulevard of Broken Dreams is? Green Day, Green River or Green Machine? That is Green Day. Greenbacks is slang for paper currency of which country? The United States, Australia or the United Kingdom? That is the United States. Up next we have where am I? Which is normally a good question for me. This one, I'm going to give you 2 clues to a well-known place. If you get the correct answer from the first clue, give yourself 2 points. If you need the second clue, it's 1 point, or no points if you don't get it. So if you're ready, let's play Where Am I? You can admire Gaudi's works here, or stroll along La Rambla. This Spanish city sits on the Mediterranean coast in Catalonia. That is Barcelona. Once called Leningrad, this Russian city is famed for the Hermitage Museum. Russia's second largest city and named after a saint. That is St. Petersburg. I'm a city that straddles 2 continents. I was once known as Byzantium. That is Istanbul. I'm an island nation known for my unique wildlife like lemurs. I'm located off the southeastern coast of Africa. That is Madagascar. This English city is home to Sir Isaac Newton's grave. There was a great fire here in 1666. That is London. Our next round is a picture round called Which Happened First? For each question, I will give you 2 images of well-known historical events, and your challenge, name which one happened first. There's no clues, so it's just 2 points if you get the correct answer. So, let's play. Which happened first, the Great Depression or World War I? The answer, World War I. Which of these was first, the Wright brothers' first manned glider flights or a motor car powered by an internal combustion engine? First, the motor car. And which of these was first, the American or French Revolution? The answer, the American. Was Barack Obama's tenure as president earlier than Nelson Mandela's? What do you think? The answer, Nelson Mandela was first. And which of these was painted first? The Mona Lisa or a girl with a pearl earring? The answer, the Mona Lisa. Some of those were quite tough, but at least it was only 50-50, so you had a good chance to guess the correct answer. I hope you managed to pick up some points there. Our next round is all answers that start with the letter E. So let's play. Which E is the flowing back of the tide? Eddy, ebb or estuary? That is ebb. What E means to designate funds for a particular purpose? Earn, endow or earmark? That is earmark. Which E is the birthplace of coffee? Ecuador, El Salvador or Ethiopia? The answer is Ethiopia. Which E is a type of pottery made from clay and fired at a relatively low temperature? Earthenware, enamel or engobe? The answer, earthenware. Which E is a hemorrhagic fever caused by a virus? Encephalitis, Ebola or E. coli? That is Ebola. Our next round is another picture round. It's very simple to play, so you'll get it as we go. It's 2 points if you get the correct answer. Let's play Which One Is? Which one is a German car? A, B or C? The answer is C, which is a Porsche. Which one is an II? A, B or C? That is B. Which one is in the USA? That one is B. Which one is by Van Gogh? That is A. And which one is an Olympic sport? That is A, judo. So what sports do you think they should include in the Olympics? Let me know in the comments down below. Our next round is all about capitals of the world. Let's play. Minsk is the capital of which country? Belarus, Latvia or Czechia? That is Belarus. What is the capital of Malta? Parma, Valletta or Antalya? That is Valletta. Lima is the capital of which country? Paraguay, Uruguay or Peru? That's the capital of Peru. What is the capital of Kyrgyzstan? Yerevan, Bishkek or Dhaka? That is Bishkek. Paramaribo is the capital of which country? Suriname, Somalia or Nicaragua? That's the capital of Suriname. I would like to thank the hundreds of you who have purchased the Quizamp and MegaChamp mugs. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I thought it'd be a great idea if we start a Quizamp Hall of Fame where you can send in your pictures of you enjoying your mugs. I'll put more details about that at the end of the quiz, so look out for that. And let's play our last round before we get to the bonus round, which is all about abbreviations. What does PIN stand for? Personal identification number, private information number, or protected input number? It is personal identification number. What does ATM stand for? Automatic tax machine, automated teller machine, or account transfer mechanism? That is automated teller machine. What does WHO stand for? Worldwide Humanitarian Organization, World Health Organization, or Western Health Organization? The answer is World Health Organization. What does OPEC stand for? Office for Power and Energy Conservation, Operational Planning and Energy Council, or Organisation of the Petroleum Exporting Countries? That is Organisation of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. What does radar stand for? Is it radio detection and ranging, remote analysis data and recording, or radiation directional aerial relay? It is radio detection and ranging. I've just realised that for the question on ATM, if you'd said at the moment before the options were shown, well, that's also correct, and give yourself 2 points. So let's continue with the quiz, because up next we have the bonus round. 20 rapid fire questions. They're not too difficult, but you don't get much time. They're worth 1 point each. We'll review the answers when we get to the end. Let's play the bonus round. Movie Blades of Glory is based on which? Fencing or figure skating? What is the Spanish and Portuguese word for naval fleet? Militar or armada? What was a Commodore 64? A home computer or a mobile phone? Which Tuesday is also known as Pancake Day? Which was discovered first? The tomb of Tutankhamun or the Terracotta Army? Which country is singer-rapper Drake from? How many people have walked on the moon? 6 or 12? In which sport might you use bobbers and spinners? Fishing or volleyball? Where is the Van Gogh Museum? Amsterdam or Paris? What main colour is Superman's cape? Who was born in Venice? Christopher Columbus or Marco Polo? Cl is the chemical symbol for calcium or chlorine. The 2002 sports movie was Bend It Like who? China has a larger land area than the US. Is that true or false? African rhinos have how many horns? 1 or 2? Futsal is an indoor variation of which? Soccer or tennis? Sinaloa is a state in which country? Which is known as an American lingerie company? Under Armour or Victoria's Secret? In Scotland, a ben is a mountain or a lake? Junko Tabe was the first woman in space or to summit Everest? Although I do take extra care in writing these questions, occasionally I might miss something and there could be more than one correct answer to a question. If that happens and you get the other correct answer, no problem, give yourself a point for that. Anyway, let's check the answers for these bonus questions and see how many points you've picked up. Blades of Glory was figure skating. The Spanish and Portuguese word for naval fleet, armada. A Commodore 64 was a home computer. Pancake Day is also known as Shrove Tuesday. Discovered first, the tomb of Tutankhamun. Drake is from Canada. 12 people have walked on the moon. Bobbers and spinners, that's fishing. The Van Gogh Museum is in Amsterdam. Superman's cape is red. Born in Venice, Marco Polo. Cl is the symbol for chlorine. That movie, Bend It Like Beckham. China is larger than the US. African rhinos have 2 horns. Futsal is a variation of soccer. Sinaloa is in Mexico. The lingerie company, Victoria's Secret. A ben is a mountain. She was the first woman to summit Everest. So in Scotland, I'm a mountain. That's about right. We've now finished the rounds and we've got one final thing to do, which is add up your score, see if you've scored 50 points or more. If you have, and even if you haven't, play along anyway, it's time to play the star questions. So I'm going to give you a choice. Either play 1 star question, and if you beat that, you are a Quizamp Quiz Champ, or take on all 3, and if you beat all 3, then you are a Quizamp Mega Champ. But don't make that choice just yet. First, let's check out what the subjects are for those star questions, and then you can make your choice. We have logos, mythology, and famous origins. So, are you going to go for just one of those, or all 3? Make your decision now. I hope it's a good one. Let's play the star questions. Which iconic logo features a silhouette of a rabbit wearing a bow tie? Hades is the god of the underworld in which mythology? In which city was the Guinness Brewery founded? Let's check those answers and see if you've beaten the quiz. That logo is Playboy. Hades is Greek mythology. The Guinness Brewery was founded in Dublin. If you're now a Quiz Champ or a Mega Champ and you'd like to celebrate with your own Quizamp mug, there's a link to purchase them in the description down below. And if you'd like to appear in the Quizamp Hall of Fame, then just send in a picture of yourself holding your mug to the email address down below, just like Albert and Amelia did. And I will feature you at the end of a future video in our Hall of Fame. So don't be shy, send in your pictures of you celebrating with your mug, and I hope to feature you at the end of a future quiz. Thank you for playing, and I hope to see you on the next one.